Guess what arrived today? This is a ZeroTech Dobby, and you can tell it's about the same size as the Samsung Galaxy S3. But what is it? Well, it's actually a drone. So let's just take a look at it. Open the box up there and you can see, there it is. Again, it's not very big. In fact, that is all practically identical to the same size as that. You've got a couple of little plastic tabs here which you can pull the drone out. Get rid of that. And yeah, there you go. So it's not that big. You can unfold the legs here, or the, whatever you like to call these things. You don't have to worry about these. These actually come out properly when you're flying it. Underneath you've got some sensors. There's a camera here. Not sure what that's for, but this is an intelligent drone. It's not just a fly and you know, just fly and take photographs. This will there is some level of following you and all that kind of thing. It doesn't go very high, it doesn't go very far, so you're always in control of it. This is where the battery goes. This is my problem with this. The battery, which we'll have a look in a minute, actually is you know, just quite expensive, and there's only one type of battery that goes in there. You've got a camera here which you tilt manually, which of course it can be a problem for some people, but should be okay. This is just a, for me, kind of getting myself into filming scenery and kind of shots of us walking along and that kind of thing. It's not going to be anything spectacular, but it just gives me a level entry on here. It's 280 pounds with the extra spared battery. It cost just over £300. There are copies of this which don't have the smart technologies. Basically you fly by your phone and that is it. This, you do fly by your phone, but you can, it's got a load of other functionality. For instance, it will follow you around like that kind of thing, and yeah, it's got image stabilizing in the camera rather than a gimbal, which some people might find a bit annoying, but like I said, this is just to get me into the arena of taking some smart shots of scenery, and us, you know, don't want to go into too much drone flying, but yeah, so that's that. So what else do you get in the box? You get a lead that looks like one of those new Fandango USB ports on the end of that, just there. That's the charging cable, and then in here we can get rid of that. These look like instructions and something. Yeah, like instructions. We'll take a look at those later. So here is the battery. Just looks like a battery with a kind of a cover on it. But yeah, this was about, these are about £30 or something, so that's tiny. And you only get about 6 minutes of charge. That goes in there. I haven't charged it yet. Yeah, that goes in there. But the thing I was thinking about buying, but you actually get one, is this. This is the docking station. So there's a little docking station, so you can charge it with the cable in there. Okay, so that's really cool. Didn't realise it come with that. This is the unfortunate thing. This is the charger. Comes, that's a US plug. So that, rubbish. There's an adapter here, so the, I forget what this is called, USB-C, is it? USB-C can go in there, and then that can go on the back of, yeah, that's right, so that can go in there now. Alright, taking a closer look at the battery here, you can see that there's a little, there's a few, well, they're actually lights. If you press this button, it actually tells you how much power is in there, which is pretty useful. However, I've noticed that when it's when the battery is almost dead, it's like 10% left. It's still got 2 lights lit, but it's useful. That goes in the back here. like that, and you switch it on by holding your finger on this button here and letting go. While that's doing that, let's just take a look round. So, of course, you've got the battery. This little hole here is the reset button. You can put a little paper clip in there and reset it. This is a USB port. Now, I thought you could charge from that, but you can't charge from that. Don't charge from that. It is purely for taking the files off of your drone and putting them onto your computer. Right over the still on the bottom here we have this these two sensors. This looks like a camera, and this looks like something to do with ultrasonic or something or other. Sometimes you can actually hear it clicking. Yeah, here we go. Holding it up to the mic there. Might be able to hear it clicking. So this is, I guess, to detect where the ground is or that kind of thing. This camera we don't use. It's another sensor. Around the back here, we have this is the fan. Even it's on all the time when the drone is on, and obviously this big thing here is a blue light. Now, the blue light flashing means something, and it changes colour depending on what the situation is. So, for instance, if the battery is low, it flashes red. When my mobile phone is connected to it, so I'm in control of the drone, it will constantly be on blue.
Okay, so I've had the drone now, the Dobby drone, for a few weeks. I've not been able to use it very often, simply because the weather's been not that good. But I'm just going to go through a few of the functions at the moment, what I've learnt. And you're actually seeing the screen as it is. If I could pick the drone up, you'll see me. Hello there. As you can see, get the phone in place. So let's just put that back down there. So what do we have? We have at the top, going from the top left there, we have the Wi-Fi screen. We can choose our, we've got a ZeroTech. I'm in the middle of a field. I don't know where that's coming from. Anyway, we can choose our Wi-Fi there. Here, at the top, just there, we have the distance away from us. In fact, if I move back, it might actually show you that increasing. No, it's not increasing. Beside it here, we have the height of the drone, we have our battery capacity, and we have how many satellites we have. Just some simple messages up here. At the moment it says GPS location successful. Over on the top corner here, we have our settings. Now in our settings, let's just quickly go to the third one down. We have different ways of controlling the drone. So we have safe sticks, which basically means you can tap on the screen and it'll move just gently in that direction. You have sticks, which is you're using two thumbs to control the drone all the time, and when you let go, it actually stops and hovers, which is quite good. The easiest way of using it, though, I find, is the motion sense. So you have to use one thumb on the controller on the screen, and you can just tilt the phone in the direction that you want it to go, which is to me the best option for the moment. Let's go and save that, and let's go back. No, let's go back. Right, so let's looking at a few other things here. We have we can take a photograph with all the sounds. We can take video, so that's now recording video. Oh no, that's in the video mode, and I can press the record button. There you go, now it's recording ants at the moment, so let's just stop that. That's no good for us. Right, just sitting here, you notice that the battery's now gone down to 98%. We've not even done anything. Bottom corner here is our gallery, so you can see the photographs and videos that we just taken. And this button here on the bottom right hand corner is some modes that you can use with the camera. You can change the camera there, you can change what type of settings we can have. IES is electronic image stabilization, and we won't be using that just for the moment. But anyway, so let's take a look at what we want to do. So looking at the there's two things that I want to show you. There's the this menu down here, which has the really cool stuff on it. So we have orbit, we have target tracking, face tracking, not used that, and then return to home. So we might be using 3 of those. But the other thing I wanted to show you is this button. Are you sure you want to take off? We just check around. Nobody around me. Confirm. So there you go. So if I get, so using my screen, I can move it backwards and forwards. Moving my screen, it's not moving. That's going up high. That is not working. Why is that not working? Let's just change the settings. Sticks, save, exit back. Now we can see that. Oh, there you go. Now it's moving. So I'm now actually doing it manually. You can grab some height. You might be able to actually see me. Now I've got the camera tilted at 45 degrees, and then why I wanted to do that is because one of these settings, track target, let's get a bit more height, track target, use this function, open, confirm, manually adjust the camera angle to 45 degrees, I've done that. Image, now then, what I need to do here is draw a box around me on the screen. Let's try that again. And I'm going to record and then start tracking. Hopefully that will actually start moving with me. I can hear it move, changing pitch as it's changing its whatever's maneuvering around me. It's definitely following me, it's definitely moving. So let's move away from it. You can see my ball patch, or thinning patch. Still following me, just watching, make sure no one's around. There are people getting closer. Let's walk towards it now. Now it might take a little bit more adjustment. There's a light breeze. So I think it's gonna happen if I move closer. Now, can I change the pitch or the height? Oh, I can. I can change the height. I'm just going to wander over here now, see what it does towards these birds. Still tracking me, which is good. I can hear it get maneuvering behind me. Right, cool. Image stabilization isn't on, or is it? Start. Oh, there you go. Look at that. We're down to 30% battery. I'm going to have to switch to the other one in a minute. Let's do a quick wave. Hello. Looked like it nodded at me then as I'm walking backwards. Okay, so let's stop doing this. How do we stop doing this? I think that's it now. Is it stopped? Yeah, it's definitely stopped. So let's do a return to home, see where it's going to go. Do you want to come back? Yes, please. It is actually manoeuvring to the spot where I just took off, which is cool, which is a little dirt patch in the middle. It's like it's about a metre away from it. Great, so it's just landed in the grass, which is fine. That's how far away, that's where I took off, just there. Let's place it back. Now we've got a low battery now, so I'm gonna switch batteries. Right, let's see if this motion sense will work now then. Right, so let's take off. Just making sure no one's around. Safety first. Do you want to take off? Yeah. All right, so let's see if I can control it again. No, this is not working. Let's move it back to the sticks then. Not too sure why that would be the case. So we can, yeah, that's it. Right. Grab some height. Not too high. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to spin it around in the right place. And I'm going to choose one of these options. So I'm now quite close to the drone. It's about a foot above my head. So I'm going to choose now, no, not this. I'm going to choose this button over here on the right hand side. Press that. I tell it what angle I'm at, and I think it's at 45 degrees. Oops. 45 degrees. Hit next. Now then, I can choose one of 3 settings here. Let's set it to 30 seconds. I'm going to move this over to the like that, and you'll see the drone moving away from me. And what it's doing is automatically recording. Of course, I can do my little wave or my jig. And that's actually getting quite small in my view now. And it's getting quite high. And on the screen, it looks really small. It's coming up to 30 seconds. It's quite high. Now, the way it comes, I can stop that automatically. Now then, I want it to come back. Now the screen, this did this yesterday, the screen doesn't seem to do anything for the moment. Let's just tap somewhere. Oh, here we go. So if I record again, I'm going to set recording, but I'm going to bring it back, return home, yes, and let's just see what happens. Of course, the image stabilization is now switched off. When you do that zooming out thing, it's right above me now. When you do that zooming out thing, it actually goes into image stabilization mode. It's right above me. Let's move out of the way. It's a shame I can't adjust the angle of the camera, because at the moment you're just getting the grass. My earplug keeps falling out. It's coming down really slowly. Here it is. It's going to land more or less on the same spot where it took off. Oh, it's coming down really slowly. There's me boots. Oh, look at that. It's like a foot away from where it took off. 49%. Right, let's see if we can do something else. Stop recording. Don't need that. Let's take off again. Hopefully we've got enough power. One of the things it can do is land in your hand. So I'm going to ask it to land in my palm. Boink. And I'll stick my hand out. There you go. Isn't that cool? Now I don't know if we're going to have enough power to do this next bit, but I'm going to change the camera. Change the camera to 22 degrees. See if we can do this next bit. So we'll take off again, and we're going to try and orbit. This headphone keeps falling out. Let's grab some height. And then we're going to do an orbit target tracking. Oh, it needs to be 5. A bit more. I don't remember it having to be that high. All right, let's try that again. Not target tracking, orbit. That's why. Let's bring it down again. Right, orbit I said, not target tracking. Orbit under target tracking, there you go. I'm going to skip all this. It is set to -22, and I'm going to draw a box around me. Next, It's measuring the distance. Hopefully we've got enough juice to do one orbit. It's just figuring out where I am at the moment. And I'll choose now which direction I want it to go in. There you go. And it's on its own, doing its thing. I'm just going to stand in the same direction, just make sure no one's behind me. As it's spinning round. I can stop at any time by hitting the button again. Oh, the juice is now at 20%. And when it does get quite low, my phone will vibrate. So what can we do next? What haven't we tried? Target tracking, return to home we've done. I think that's more or less it for the moment. It's a shame the battery doesn't last very long. So it's just flying it on its own now. Sorry, what I mean by that is I'm controlling it. This is where I'm getting confused. Let's fly over there. No. Control sticks the wrong way round. So we're flying over here. And the phone has just vibrated. And I can see a light flashing on the drone now. Bring it back. And a bit more. I'm doing the steering here. And I'll just hit the land button, ground landing this time. There you go. Oh, here's a hint, don't land it in grass. The grass is kind of sticks out. Right, so let's get this angle right. Hopefully that was very informative. I might come out again tomorrow and do some more, but for the moment that's about it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And well, there goes a police car. Not that I'm doing anything wrong. There you go. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that like button, and maybe share amongst your friends if you think they want a drone or anything. Right now, bye bye.